Hello everyone, and welcome to the first part of a series where I am going to be converting the backyard into something a lot more functional and something that meets my needs overall. So we've got this lifetime outdoor storage shed in this video that we're going to be building, and also we're going to be swapping around the fence a bit. I'll include more of that in the second part of this video. Today we're going to be joined by this random cat that's been showing up, the black cat, I call him Midnight, and this cat is named Mittens, and they all know that something is up. So let's get to it, right? First things first, we're going to start cleaning up our work area and moving a couple of things around. Then I'll get to start unboxing, reviewing instructions, and kind of planning everything out for the next day or so. I started off kind of in the afternoon, and this is during a time of the year where it gets dark, like literally like at 5:40, 5:45, 6 p.m., you name it, Central. And so it's not great, but I definitely wanted to get a head start and just try to get a better understanding for what kind of job I'm about to take on. And yeah, we have the lifetime resin shed. I believe it's 8 by 7 feet, if I'm not mistaken. It ended up being around $900, but here we're kind of putting in together lots of screws into parts of the roof, and you'll see throughout the video it'll be really sped up, but it is a big process overall, and a lot of the work is going to be done on the second day, starting in a few seconds. I actually woke up with all brain cells firing, so here I am actually thinking, like, why am I working on the floor? Let me just grab a foldable table. And here's the rest of the build. It took a couple of hours. I started off in the afternoon, so with it getting dark so early, there will be a portion of this video that is in the dark, and I seriously apologize for that. But I definitely, once I got started, I really wanted to get it knocked out. I would say that the first half of the build, which was the walls, the door, and portions in the roof, were really fairly easy and straightforward. The tough part was getting this roof up. The roof goes in at a slant, sits on the frame, has to be screwed in at specific locations, and you are doing a lot of pulling and pushing from the outside so that you can get it just right. I did struggle a lot here, and I used the help of some of my rechargeable magnetic lights here, but overall pushed it right through, and it went pretty good. Okay, so it is the next day after. I have just enough space to do a quick video and do a recap. Here's the little outdoor set. Here's some of the aftermath of the boxes. And you're probably wondering, like, what am I going to be doing with a lot of this stuff? And why did I need so much space? Well, the primary reason is because I want to make a nice organized area where I can put a lot of my tools in. This is something that I just purchased on Black Friday, so I'm going to be setting this up. As you can see, I have some extra tools lying around, and the main reason is because this has become such a huge mess. I have a lot of tools, a lot of things. You probably can't make it out from here, but the big reason is I'm going to clear this out, and then we're going to talk about what are the next steps for this, because I found a really unique function that will pretty much complete this house and how I utilize it and stuff like that. So more on that right after we're done putting this all together. Alright, and here I'm tearing up some of the cardboard that came in from the packaging. I'm going to be using that in recycling and using a little bit more for composting. Also just kind of put everything back. This is a little chill / relax area, and this was a mechanics tool chest that I purchased from Harbor Freight on their Black Friday sale. Came out to a little under $200, which I thought was a great deal. I personally always wanted one of these, and ended up going good. This portion right here took a lot of tries, but I finally got it. It was super heavy and really didn't want to pinch my fingers or anything. But here's the final touches, and you'll see it installed right at this location. I think it looks really good here. Okay, now it's time for the second part of the video. I recorded this one a little bit earlier before the shed build, so you won't see it here, but I am trying to fill this portion up with concrete in a later video as well. That way we can make it a more functional space. But as you can see here, I can really only park one vehicle due to the fence configuration. So I want to tear down a lot of this wood and turn it into a chain link gate, like a double gate. That way I'm able to fit the vehicles there. I know it may not be the best idea because wood versus chain link and all that, but right now I just really need that functionality to be able to park two vehicles here. And I think for right now it's going to be the best option. I am going to get some things later on to provide that privacy, and I'll show that in the later part of this video. But for now, I'm going to be leveling out all of this, tearing down some of this greenery, and that plant right there, which is a chili piquin, very common here in South Texas, I replanted it because it's producing lots of nice little peppers. So yeah, here we go. And I do want to start off by saying I hired someone to do this for me. These posts were already kind of set in place, so it made it really easy to tear down this wood and use those existing posts to just make those fence doors. Here's what it kind of looked like before, and yeah, I think it worked out really good. You'll see in some later photos that it opens up, it becomes a lot more inviting personally, I think, and yeah, provides that functionality where I now have that area to park a second vehicle. And the final photo in this video will show that, you know, I have two vehicles up now. So I also try to put those little, I forget what they're called, but they're little plastic parts that go inside of the chain link, and they weren't really providing the privacy I wanted. I did find some additional stuff online that ended up working really well, and I'll be setting that up here as well. Alright guys, so this is the last portion of the video. Here we've got it pretty much complete. There's a couple of things that I just got to snip off on the little edges of the zips, but overall it's complete. Right now you can kind of see through it, primarily because I have the back switch on, but if I have it off, this is roughly what it'll look like. Still provides some of that good privacy, allows me to now park two vehicles, one on each side, and each gate is about 10 feet give or take. So still got to clean that up, probably gonna do that during the week, visit dumpster. But here it's got the privacy, have another vehicle to park, and I'd say it's a complete wrap-up. Final things to do are going to be probably cementing this out to make it a parkable area. There's a section in the back of the house that I need to fill with cement. If you'll accompany me, we can go and check it out real quick. Currently it's just kind of like a whatever spot, but this will eventually get filled. And we've got an upcoming video where I took out a tree trunk from here and everything. And the final part is going to be to have a large carport covering this entire space. And overall, this will make it really good. If you look at some of the houses on this side, they have carports, and houses on this side you can't really see too well, but some of them have carports. So I would really like to incorporate that, because I see that's what happens in the neighborhood, and it would really give me a really good shade, especially during these hot Texas summers. So really appreciate y'all checking out the video. Thank you once again, and we'll be back with some more updates hopefully soon, but I appreciate y'all. Have a great night. Here's the finished product. I went back and took some photos during the day so you can see kind of how it looks like today. I put in some reflective tape as well so you can see that at night, since it is all black. The neighbors here, you can see a carport over there, a large carport on the other side, so I really wanted to match here, which is what I was talking about in the previous video. And that leftover fencing, I'm waiting till probably Tuesday to get that taken care of. But as you can see, now we have 2 vehicles successfully parked. Oh, and here is the inside of the little shop that we made. So far, everything is looking good. I've got a couple hooks on the wall where we can put up such tools for gardening. I'm gonna end up having to throw this away. Right now, it's a little bit disorganized. I will eventually definitely get to it. Here's the box that I built, or the toolbox that I built. It's gotten things already. The lawnmower's right here, and I have a tiny little work table just for little one-off projects. I'm gonna be hanging this up. It's to hold these for different nuts and bolts and stuff. And overall, I'm really happy with the changes that have been made, and yeah, we'll continue on with this. Thank y'all.